We are going to learn about text adaptation. Type of adaptation, curricular material adaptation. That means changing learning resources to fit students' needs, simplifying a science text into shorter sentences is a curricular material adaptation. Using bilingual glossaries in subject books is a curricular material adaptation. Pedagogical adaptation, that means changing teaching methods and strategies. Using group work instead of only lectures. Applying CLIL scaffolding techniques such as word banks, graphic organizers. Next one, ecological adaptation, adjusting the classroom environment and context. Arranging seating for pair or group discussion. Providing quiet zones for individual learning. Curricular material adaptation means changing or modifying the learning materials, books, notes, worksheets, so that all students can understand. As an example, simplifying a science text. Look at this, listen to this original science text. Photosynthesis is the biochemical process by which green plants manufacture foods. You can simplify that. Photosynthesis is how green plants make their food. Next on using bilingual glossaries. A student who speaks Sinhala receives a glossary like evaporation. The Sinhala word for that is Vashpi Bhavane. Gravity, Sinhala word is Gurutve. This helps them understand subject vocabulary. Bilingual glossaries. Focus, change in the content to make it easier. Pedagogical adaptation, meaning change in the way the teacher teaches the lesson. As an example, using group work instead of only lectures. Instead of the teacher talking for 40 minutes, students work in groups to discuss a topic like water pollution. Next one, using CLIL scaffolding techniques. Word banks, giving keywords before a lesson. Example, pollution, recycle, waste. These are the keywords. Graphic organizers, using a mind map to explain parts of a plant instead of long explanations. Sentence starters. I think that it's a sentence starter. This happens because it's a sentence starter. Change focus. We have to focus here, changing teaching methods to help students learn better. Number 3, ecological adaptation. That means change in the classroom environment or learning conditions. As an example, arranging seating for pair or group discussion. Instead of all desks in straight rows, the teacher arranges desks in circles or groups so students can talk and work together. Providing quiet zones, a small corner in the classroom where students who need silence can sit and focus. As an example, a child with attention difficulties can work in the quiet corner to complete a task. Here we focus in change in the environment to support learning. In summary, curricular adaptation means change in the books and materials. Pedagogical adaptation means change in the teaching method. Ecological adaptation means change the classroom environment. Next, we are going to the text adaptation definition. Text adaptation refers to the process of modifying original content so that it is understandable, accessible, and appropriate for a specific group of learners without losing the intended meaning. Purpose: adjusting text to learners' language, proficiency, and cognitive level. It's not just simplification, it can involve restructuring, adding explanations, or changing format. Context in CLIL ensures subject content is comprehensible in a second language. Takeaway: text adaptation bridges the gap between subject complexity and learner language ability. Text adaptation means text changing a text so that students can easily understand it without changing the original meaning. Why do we adapt texts? What is the purpose? To make the text easier to read for students, to match the students' language level, especially in CLIL classrooms, to make the text clearer for students who struggle with long or difficult sentences. Important point: it is not only simplification. Text adaptation can include shortening the text, rewriting in simple sentences, adding explanations or definitions, breaking the text into bullet points, using pictures, tables, or diagrams. Why it matters in bilingual teaching, the CLIL context, why does it matter? In CLIL, that means the content and language integrated learning. Students study subjects like science or history or geography in a second language. Adapted texts help them understand the subject even if their language level is low. Text adaptation helps students understand difficult subject content by reducing language difficulty without removing important ideas. As an example, we are going to discuss a simplification example. The original text says, condensation occurs when water vapor transforms into liquid droplets due to temperature decrease. You say that in simple English, condensation happens when water vapor becomes water because it gets cold. Next, we are discussing adding explanations. Original text: mammals are endothermic vertebrates. We adapt that into this simple explanation with explanations, adding explanations. Mammals are warm-blooded animals. Endothermic means warm-blooded that have a backbone. Vertebrates means animals that have backbone or a spine. Next one, restructuring the text. Original paragraph. Photosynthesis is a complex process involving chlorophyll and sunlight. Adapted with bullet points. Right? We are going to adapt this original paragraph into bullet points. Bullet point number one, photosynthesis is how plants make food. Next bullet point, it needs sunlight, chlorophyll, that means green pigment in leaves. Next method, changing format. That means turning a difficult paragraph into a table or diagram to make it easier. Next, we are going to discuss benefits of good quality CLIL materials. Number one, it builds confidence in using the target language. Students feel safer and more confident speaking, reading, and writing in the second language because materials are clear and supportive. As an example, a science worksheet with word banks helps students answer questions without fear. Number two, encourages reflective learning. That means students learn to think about how they learn, not just what they learn. As an example, a CLIL worksheet asks, what new words did you learn today? And how did you learn them? Number three, strengthens collaboration and social skills. CLIL materials often include pair work, group tasks, and project activities. As an example, students work together to label a diagram of the water cycle. Number four, enhances language proficiency. Students improve vocabulary, grammar, and communication skills while learning the subject. As an example, a history lesson teaches both past tense verbs and historical facts. We learn history in past tense. Number five, promotes cognitive development. CLIL materials challenge students to think, analyze, compare, and solve problems. As an example, students sort pictures of renewable and non-renewable energy sources. Number six, facilitates creativity. Good materials encourage drawing, designing, predicting, imagining, and creating. As an example, students design their own ecosystem after learning key vocabulary. Number seven, supports 21st century skills. Students develop skills such as communication, critical thinking, collaboration, digital use, and problem solving. As an example, a CLIL task asks students to create a slideshow on road safety. Number eight, inclusive for all learners. Materials can be adapted for different type of learning levels so everyone can succeed. Example, the same worksheet includes easier and harder tasks. Some students prefer easier tasks. Some students prefer harder tasks. Number nine, encourages cultural awareness. CLIL materials expose students to different cultures, countries, and global issues. As an example, a geography lesson includes festivals from different nations. Number 10, supports language learning in context. Students learn vocabulary in real situations, not isolated word lists. As an example, learning evaporation during an experiment with boiling water. Number 11 promotes lifelong learning attitudes. CLIL materials make learning enjoyable and meaningful, encouraging curiosity. As an example, fun reading texts and hands on experiments increase motivation. Number 12 enhances teacher development. Teachers become more skilled in material design, language support, and interactive teaching. As an example, teachers learn to create scaffolds like sentence starters or graphic organizers. Good quality CLIL materials help students learn the subject and the language together, make learning easier and more enjoyable, support all learners, and help teachers become better educators. Next, we are discussing text adaptation. Example in CLIL science. Original text. The digestive system is composed of several organs that collectively function to break down food, absorb nutrients, and eliminate waste. Adapted text. Our body has a digestive system. It has many organs. These organs help us. Next one, break down food. Next one, take nutrients. Next one, remove waste. Eliminate means remove. Why this is text adaptation? It has shorter sentences. The long, complex sentences is broken into easier sentences. Clear structure. Bullet points help students understand the three functions separately. Simpler vocabulary. Instead of composed of, we use has many organs. Instead of collectively function to, we use help us to. Instead of absorb nutrients, we use take in nutrients. But the meaning stays the same. The scientific idea is not changed. Only the language is made easier. Next, we are learning adaptation technique. Adaptation technique. Reduce sentence length. Use familiar vocabulary. Avoid unnecessary complexity. That means it make text shorter, clearer, and easier to read. As an example for original text, photosynthesis is the process by which green plants and some other organisms use sunlight to synthesize nutrients from carbon dioxide and water. Simplified meaning, photosynthesis is how green plants make food using sunlight, carbon dioxide, and water. Here we add explanations, synonyms, or visuals, and we provide additional context or examples. We add explanations, we add synonyms, and we add examples. Original text. Plants need chlorophyll for photosynthesis. How do we elaborate that text? Plants need chlorophyll, a green substance in their leaves, for photosynthesis. Chlorophyll helps plants capture sunlight, just like solar panels collect energy. Next one, discursification. That means breaking down dense text into smaller, interactive or dialogue forms, and transform abstract or formal text into learner friendly discourse. Discursification means turning a formal, dense sentence into dialogue, Q&A, or step-by-step explanation that feels natural and easy for learners. Purpose is helping students understand complex concepts. It makes learning interactive. It reduces cognitive load and it supports CLIL learners who need language plus content together. As an example, we can take water cycle. Original text. Water evaporates, condenses, and precipitates in the water cycle. Now we learn this original text in dialogue version. There's a teacher says, what happens when the sun heats water in rivers or the sea? Student answers, it turns into vapor. Teacher, yes, that is called evaporation. Then what happens to the vapor in the sky? Students answers, it forms clouds. Then teacher says, correct, that is condensation. Finally, when the clouds become heavy, what do we call the water that falls as rain? Then students answer precipitation. Then we can learn the same original text in step-by-step version. If you want a non-dialogue version, you can use 1, 2, 3. Number 1, first, the sun heats water. It becomes vapor. Within brackets, evaporation. Number 2, then the vapor cools and turns into clouds. Within brackets, condensation. Number 3, finally clouds get heavy and water falls as rain. Within brackets, precipitation. Why discursification helps CLIL learners? It breaks content into small, understandable parts. It uses short questions and answers. It creates a natural conversation. It supports students with lower language proficiency. It makes abstract science ideas more concrete. Now we are summarizing simplification, elaboration, and discursification. Simplification means making the text easier to read and understand. How to simplify? Use shorter sentences. Replace difficult words with common high-frequency words. Remove unnecessary details. Keep only the key idea. As an example, you can take evaporation occurs when liquid water molecules gain sufficient kinetic energy to enter the gaseous phase. Simplified version. Evaporation happens when water changes into gas. Next, we are learning elaboration. Elaboration means adding information to make the text clearer and easier to understand. How to elaborate? Add extra explanations, synonyms, or examples. Next, paraphrase difficult ideas. Next, connect the idea to students' prior knowledge. Next, use comparisons like just like. Elaboration example. Photosynthesis is how plants make food. They use sunlight, water, and air to produce sugar. You can see an extra explanation is added to make this clear. Discursification means changing the text into another genre or format that is easier for learners. How to discursify? First, turn dense text into tables, flowcharts, diagrams, narratives, conversations, dialogues. Next, break information into steps or visual formats. As an example, instead of a long paragraph explaining a science process, use a flowchart to show steps like water heats, that means evaporation, vapor cools, that means condensation, clouds form, that means precipitation. Other adaptation techniques use illustrations and visuals, add word banks, glossaries, break long tasks into steps, highlight keywords, add guiding questions. Benefit of text adaptation. It makes subject matter accessible. It supports both content and language learning. It builds learner confidence. It promotes independent learning. It reduces cognitive overload. Using illustrations and visuals, that means adding pictures, diagrams, charts, or icons to support meaning. As an example, a label diagrammed of water cycle next to the text. Next one, adding word banks or glossaries. That means providing keywords with meanings to support reading and writing. As an example, word bank. Evaporate, condense, precipitation, vapor. Number three, breaking long tasks into steps. Dividing one big task into small, manageable steps so learners are not overwhelmed. Here first of all, we read the paragraph, then we highlight keywords, then we complete the diagram. Number four, highlighting keywords. That means using bold, color, or underlining to show important vocabulary or concepts. As an example, plants need sunlight, water, and air for photosynthesis. Number five, add guiding questions. That means placing simple questions before or after a text to help learners think and understand. As an example, we can use what is evaporation? Number two, what happens after Condensation. Benefits of text adaptation. It makes subject matter accessible. That means students understand difficult science, history, or geography topics more easily. It supports both content and language learning. That means learners understand the subject and improve second language skills at the same time. Number three, it builds learner confidence. That means students feel successful because the text is clear and not too difficult. Number four, it promotes independent learning. That means learners can read, understand, and complete tasks on their own without always needing the teacher. Number five, it reduces cognitive overload. That means breaking down information prevents students from feeling confused or overwhelmed. Benefits of text adaptation. Number one, it supports students with low literacy skills. That means adapted texts help weaker readers understand subject content more easily. Number two, maximizes comprehension of written text. That means students can understand the main ideas without confusion or overload. Number three, promotes effective and individualized learning. That means adapted materials match learners' abilities, allowing each student to learn at their own pace. Number four, ensures social inclusion. That means all students, strong, weak, or differently abled, can participate fully in learning. Number five, facilitates and develops linguistic skills. That means clear language helps students grow in vocabulary, grammar, and reading supports language autonomy. Number six, attracts and motivates learners. That means simplified and engaging text increase interest and make learning enjoyable. Number seven, makes reading easy and convenient. That means shorter sentences and simple words reduce stress and improve understanding. Number eight, optimizes the cognitive environment. That means reduces mental overload, helping students focus on essential ideas. Number nine, optimizes the affective environment. That means learners feel safe, confident, and positive because the text is not too difficult. Number 10 ensures cultural appropriateness. That means text can be adapted to fit both the source culture and the learner's cultural background. Number 11 enriches the learning environment in a learner centered way. That means materials become more interactive, meaningful, and connected to learners' real lives. Number 12, it supports self directed and independent learning. That means students gain the confidence to read, understand, and learn without constant teacher support. Number 13 ensures teaching materials fit the context. That means adapted texts match the classroom environment, subject level, and learner needs. Number 14, it prevents teacher diskilling. That means teachers become more skilled and reflective by adapting materials instead of relying on ready-made texts. Number 15, it caters to learning diversity. That means adaptation meets different learning styles: visual, auditory, reading, writing, and different ability levels. Next, we are learning test adaptation. Test adaptation means changing a test so it works fairly, accurately, and appropriately in another language or cultural context. It is more than translation. It ensures the test measures the same skill or construct for all learners. Why test adaptation is more than translation? Number one, broader objectives. The goal is not only to change words, but to make sure the test still measures the same thing in all languages. Number two, involves many stakeholders: teachers, translators, test designers, and subject experts work together to ensure fairness. Number three, requires strict methodological controls. Processors must ensure the adapted test is valid, reliable, and equivalent to the original. Translation is only one part. Translation is important, but not enough. Tests must be adapted so that meaning is preserved, difficulty level stays similar, cultural bias is removed, the construct stays the same. Three-stage workflow of test of adaptation. Number one, forward translation. That means source into target. The original test is translated into the target language. Number two, back translation. Target into the source. A different translator translates the new version back into the original language. Number three, comparison and reconciliation. That means the back translated version is compared with the original to identify differences. Any unclear, inaccurate, or culturally inappropriate items are corrected. Practical aids, tools such as questionnaire development guidelines, can help maintain quality. These guidelines also apply to tests, for example, checking clarity, avoiding bias, matching difficulty, ensuring consistency. The goal of test adaptation is functional and measurement equivalence, not word for word equivalence. This means the test must function the same way in different languages. It must measure the same construct in all contexts. The results must be fair and comparable across groups. Simplification has a benefit, cognitive benefit, easier recall and comprehension. Example, short sentences for photosynthesis steps. Elaboration deepens understanding, adding examples of animals' adaptations. Discursification encourages analysis. Example, explicit cause-effect explanations in a science text.